Hello everyone, I'm Harsimrit and I welcome you to the final session of the Soft Skills program, Josh. In our conclusion session, we will talk about what we've done so far and what we do need to do ahead. So how was it so far? Let's talk about a journey. We have learned the fundamentals of English grammar, all about parts of speech, tenses, prepositions, articles, subject-verb agreement, and a lot more. We've also learned to frame sentences correctly using the various rules. Apart from this, we've learned to develop a global accent. We have learned the correct pronunciation of words, in which we've learned vowel sounds and consonant sounds, applying syllable stress, also intonation and voice modulation. So far we've learned to speak correctly and sound good too. Along with this, we've done various sessions in building vocabulary. I'm sure you've enjoyed these sessions. We have also learned developing confidence through all our sessions in soft skills. So these sessions in confidence building, body language, personal grooming, interview skills would help you in your interview preparation. And there's a lot more we've done in this program. To learn all of this and bring it to you in your schools, we have used cutting-edge technological solutions. We have used never before e-learning and computer-based learning solutions. We have a team of expert trainers who've dedicated themselves to this program. We have provided you with the best in-class course material, and a whole new approach to an age-old challenge has been applied. Along the way, we have developed new habits. Reading. I'm sure all of you realize the importance of reading today. You need to read in order to have correct grammar as well as a good vocabulary. Writing. How many of you are writing a diary today? Penning your thoughts on a daily basis. This will help you develop your language skills again, as well as become more goal-oriented in life. Listening. We've provided you with ample opportunity to listen to good quality English. And we've also provided you with the counseling that you need to listen to good English spoken on a television channel on daily basis. Speaking. I'm sure you do understand today that it's very important for you to speak English with your colleagues and your friends, so that you can start speaking better English every day. And there's been so much learning in this program. You've learned all about soft skills, which are so important for you as you become professionals. The language which opens the doors of opportunity for us, English. Together we built hopes, aspirations, opportunity, dream and achievement. We hope you will make full use of this program. We have tried to give you the aspirations that we have for you, that you will become good professionals tomorrow, especially in the service industry. We have tried to provide opportunity for you, and we've tried to counsel you in what opportunities lie ahead. India is a very good nation to be in at the moment because we have a growing service industry, and that can employ a lot of people. We have tried to share a dream with you that more and more Indians manage to get good jobs in the corporate sector. This is all possible with the help of this program. At the end of the day, we feel we do have an achievement. We can see more and more young people like you becoming budding professionals. This is a goal to which our organization and your government is dedicated to. And we see ourselves realizing our dreams every day. All of this and more so that you can find success in your life. Josh is a path to success. It is a path to success, but it is you who are walking it. Josh allows you to dream big and achieve big. It breaks the barriers of your imagination. Now come on, be honest. When you started off with this program, did you imagine it would have so much in it and it could do so much for you? I'm sure you didn't. It is an eye-opener. It has given you the opportunity to become the global professional, which is the new world order. And what is the journey ahead? Let us talk a little bit about it. Implement what you have learnt in your everyday life. Do not make excuses of the environment around you. You make the environment. Therefore, it is time you changed it. Now, I'd like to come back to the idea that we in India are a very lucky people at the moment. It is outdated for us to sit there and complain about not having any opportunities. We have loads of opportunities today. And based on what we do, we can create further opportunities for other people. What we need to do is develop winning habits while you maintain the ones you have already built. You need to develop winning habits while you maintain the ones you have already built. We've taught you so many things in this program. Please continue making use of all that you've learned. Please continue practicing. Become a master of your circumstances and not their victim. So no matter where you're based today, please understand that there is scope for you to become a good professional. Remember the importance of these soft skills in your life and revisit your workbook as often as possible. Remind yourself of the reasons you were a part of this program. What made you sit through all these sessions? You wanted to improve, right? Remember, you wrote them down in your first session. Add to your dreams if required. Build them bigger and better, and you will find your reasons to carry on learning. Plan your future. Today, you are high secondary students. Tomorrow, you will be in college. Some of you may be working. After that, most of you will become professionals. So apply all that we've tried to teach you. Let me tell you, I did not have opportunity to learn as much while I was in school. With all that we're trying to teach you, you'll be well equipped to become good professionals. Research the industry and opportunities. There's a lot you would have heard about for the first time. You have the internet these days. Please go online. Read all that you can about the corporate world in India today, about the booming service industry, about BPOs, about the good companies, and about what you can do in the industry. Now I'd like to talk about the big opportunity which has come to my generation and which continues to be there for your generation as well. That is the BPO opportunity. From humble beginnings in the year 1999, the industry is now a $25 billion industry in India. We all know what BPO is, don't we? Business process outsourcing. The first companies came to India in 1999. So today it's about 13 years old in India. And the industry has really expanded. It provides employment to nearly 2 million people. 20 lakh mostly young people work in this industry. It is slated to grow to nearly $60 billion by the end of 2018, that's another 5 years' time, and employ nearly 8 to 10 million people. Now that is a lot of people. That's almost 1 crore people. No reason why you can't be one of these people. Therefore, it is an industry where there will be immense opportunity for all job seekers in the years to come. So we have ample opportunity here for thousands of people and lakhs of people to find good jobs in good organizations. There is a wide spectrum of IT-enabled services to which these companies cater to. These include customer service and telemarketing, banking or collections, technical support or IT help desk, medical transcription, back office transactions, revenue accounting, insurance claims processing, legal databases, content development, animation, payroll management, logistics management, and much more. So while it's not really possible here for me to discuss each and every part of the industry in detail, I would like to tell you that you can do just about anything in this industry. Some of you can simply become customer service executives and handle customers for a banking process or a travel process or a legal process. Some of you can go into more specialized fields. A technical support executive would actually be handling customers based overseas and helping them fix their computers sitting here in India. The customers would be based anywhere in the world. This kind of expertise exists in our country today. And who provides it? People like you. There are legal processes where people offer advice to their clients based overseas. There are medical processes where even doctors and nurses and pharmacists are hired and they help their customers again around the world. So it's an ocean of opportunities here in India. And young people like you have nothing but jobs available. And what gives India the advantage here? What makes us Indians so lucky? Well, there are good solid reasons behind it. We have the world's largest graduate base. Did you know that? The largest number of graduates in the world are Indians. We have skilled professionals present in large numbers to meet any skill set requirement. Company X wants to work in India and they need 1,000 doctors, we have them. Company Y needs 20,000 graduates, we have them. Company Z needs BCom graduates, we have them in any number. Next, English is an accepted common language. A lot of Indians do speak English. Allow me to share something with you. Those of us who do speak English speak the best English in the world. And why is that? Because we've educated our English. We haven't just picked it up. So where a first language speaker could become very casual with grammar and speak in a very careless manner, we tend to speak correct, good English. That is why a sea of opportunities has opened for us today. We also have an IT savvy population. There are, of course, certain challenges like a difference of time zone, especially where international clients are concerned. Now, if my clients are sitting in the United States, there is a difference in time with India, which is almost 12 hours. So I would have to sit up at night to do my work in order to be able to talk to my clients. Another challenge is the cost of infrastructure, at which the corporate sector and the governments both have to put an effort. And yes, there is the low cost of personnel. So the best of companies are in India today looking for people like you to work for them. I can just mention a few names here. Microsoft, Dell, Delta Airlines, McKinsey and Company, Wipro, AT&T, AOL, FedEx, GE and Genpact, HP, American Express, Sony, they're all here and they're all looking to hire people like us. So there is ample opportunity for you. There are a lot of good companies which you can choose to be a part of. Now, what would you expect in these companies? You would find a high-tech work environment. These companies employ state-of-the-art communication equipment. They provide you with great opportunities to acquire customer relationship management skills. So if you join a good company, you would actually become excellent at communication and also handling customers. You would learn all kinds of skills which would help you become a very good customer relationship manager. You would learn telephone etiquette, internet etiquette, and of course, speaking with a neutral accent. The learning process never stops. You would have exposure to global customers. I would like to put in some personal experience here. I began my career as a customer service executive with IBM Daksh. My customers were US based. I worked in a Citibank process. While I was in that profile of a fresher, I was talking to customers from the US on daily basis for over a year. It took a certain effort on my part. Although I could speak English and good English, I had to adjust my accent or my manner of speaking. I had to learn various skills in handling my customers. I enjoyed talking to my customers. After a year and a half, I could say that my communication skills and my soft skills were 10 times better than they used to be. So it provides you with great opportunity in actually improving your interpersonal skills. And of course, you have an orientation to diverse cultures. These days, we live in a global village. The world has become a small place. I'm sure all of you are on Facebook and you do have friends from around the world. These industries provide us with opportunity to interact with people from around the world on a daily basis. But is it a good career option? Well, let's think about it. It does provide you with good career growth. When you get an opening into a good organization, you would be a customer service executive or a technical service executive. You would move on to become a team leader, and it does take some time. By the time you can actually handle 20 to 25 people like yourself, it would take, let's say, 3 to 4 years. Then you would become an assistant manager in another couple of years. You would go on to becoming an operations manager or the head of operations in a good company. And yes, for you to start as a customer service executive and actually grow to heading your own operations would take around 10 to 15 years. However, if you consider the fact that people start off their careers at 35, you could be handling a major operations with revenue worth millions, and that's a big thing. There are various alternative career options as well. After joining at that entry level and doing that job of catering to customers, there are so many other service functions you will get into. For example, process training, voice and accent training. Now, I am a voice and accent trainer essentially. I help people like you to improve their communication skills. Similarly, process trainers would help people learn the product in the company before they start working. You could also get into a vertical like quality, content development, WAN implementation, or HR, human resource and recruitment. Those are full-fledged fields for you. Once you get into these fields, you would have opportunity within various companies. So there are various alternative career options in the industry. One can choose to stay in operations or move to the service verticals. The best of companies which are looking to hire people like you and me know that good employees are happy employees. And what makes us happy? The fact that we are in caring hands. Any decent company in the service industry would provide you with pick up and drop from your house to your place of work and also back home. And these days we do understand that security is quite an important concern, especially for female employees. You would be surrounded by young, energetic and enthusiastic colleagues. There is a fun-filled environment in these companies, which is something you really learn to enjoy. Next, you work with state-of-the-art communication equipment. You also get good performance rewards. There is continuous learning and development in these companies. The opportunities are endless. I've been a professional now for many years, but I'm still learning. I still have courses. I still have to improve myself. And let me tell you, learning is forever. Finally, of course, there are good starting salaries. So the moment you get a job, you would get a starting salary which would enable you to support yourself and to be able to live a good life. So what is required for these jobs? How do you manage to get them? Well, a diverse skill set is required. Now, how will you get these jobs? A diverse skill set is certainly required. You need hard skills as well as soft skills. What are these hard skills? It could be something in the field of IT and networking. It could be HR, finance, insurance, sales and marketing. It could be customer relationship management. The best of companies would take plain graduates as well. They are happy to take BAs, BScs or BComs. Some companies even take school graduates because then they can be trained to pick up their hard skills as well as the soft skills. Soft skills are certainly very important. You need to be able to communicate effectively in English. You also need to have good body language, to be confident, to be able to communicate with people happily. So your soft skills need to be very good indeed. And how do you apply for these jobs? The BPO industry is both domestic and international. The domestic BPO industry caters to business requirements of Indian companies. So if you were working in the domestic industry, you would have a day job. You would work with a company like Tata or Airtel or Reliance or Intelinet. And there are thousands of other brands. The international industry caters to clients who are based overseas. You could be working in a process catering to the US market or the Australian market or even European customers. Here, of course, your work hours would become a little irregular since you have to work in tandem with your clients. There is a question of skill as well as far as the two industries are concerned. For the international industry, you need to be able to speak better English. For the domestic industry, you need to have a fair level of English language communication as far as India is concerned. You should be able to speak to the average Indian in good English. But for the international industry, you have to do a lot more. Your English has to be global and neutral. You have to be more fluent and more confident. And of course, you have to understand the accent of your customer, who could be from anywhere in the world. But don't think you won't meet that criteria. Don't bank on that. Try your best. If you make it to an international process in a good company, take it. Otherwise, join at the domestic level. You can, of course, upgrade to the international process as well. The company will assess your skill level and recruit you accordingly. The best way to apply is by posting your resume to the company website. You can also apply for the openings by emailing your CV to us, careers@visionunlimited.info. Please take that down right now. When you have posted your resume and you get a call for the interview, what would you expect? I would like to talk about the interview process now. All BPO interviews primarily check you for your spoken language skills, but there are various rounds of interviews, some of which check other things as well. Some of these rounds are described below. There's a group interaction round. This is normally a free speech round where you're expected to speak for a while. The assessor checks you for confidence and basic language skills. So if I ask you to speak on any topic like your hobbies or your favorite film, you should be able to speak for 2 to 3 minutes at least. Next, you may have an HR interview. This interview checks for many HR parameters like stability, career focus, reasons for applying for the job, personality, integrity, sincerity, values, and above all, communication. There is a voice round. Which is part of the process of many international BPOs. This would check for scalability and trainability of the current language skills. What do I mean by that? I mean there's a certain standard of your English today and your communication skills today. The company which hires you will also train you to improve on this level of communication skills. So there's a certain level you have to be at, and at the end of 2 to 3 weeks of training, there's a certain level which your trainers will make sure that you do arrive at, and then you'll be ready to talk to your customers. And in our sessions with you, we've drawn a lot from these rounds. If you go over your workbook again, you'll find a lot of exercises where you have jumbled sentences or match the column exercises or rapid fire rounds. All these are taken from the voice round, which are part of the interview process for good companies. So what we've covered is really very relevant, and it would help you get through the interview. I hope you haven't missed any session. If you have, at least open your workbook, revisit that workbook and go through it again. The next round may be a written test. These tests check analytical abilities, written English abilities, and basic computer skills. At times, you may have a multiple choice type paper in which people would check you for certain basic skills. Finally, there's an operation round. In the operation round, which is normally the last round, the operations manager interviews the candidate. This round checks for fitment into a particular operation, personality, ability to handle pressure, and also functional skills. When we started off with our jobs, I was recruited into Citibank. My brother was taken into Dell. So we were both general graduates. It's just that his skills matched the profile of a technical services executive, whereas my skills matched the profile of a customer service executive. So I did the job of a person in a bank, although I was sitting in India here and my clients were in the US. My brother did the job of a person trained in technical troubleshooting. So that's for the company to decide, what are you good at? What can you fit into? And there you get your opportunity to train and to become a professional. Remember, use your learning to maximum effect before and while appearing for the interview. All that we've covered in Josh is really very relevant as far as your career is concerned. Our complete program in communication skills and soft skills is very useful for you. So I would like you to revisit your workbook, to discuss it with your friends, to keep all that we've taught you in mind, and to stay connected with Josh even as you take your interviews. With that, we come to the end of this program. I hope you've enjoyed going through this program as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to you. I wish you all the best for your future. Goodbye and good luck.